It is time to hire out those cookies, my friends. We're going to break it all down for you in today's episode and guide, because many of you have been asking questions, and this is the easiest way for me to do it, to make a video. So with that, thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate your support. Thank you for likes and the subs. Down below, you'll find our information on today's episode, where I will talk about hire out your cookies here. We'll give you a little bit of an overview. We'll walk you through a bunch of different things as well. Additionally, if you got questions, comments throughout today, let me know. I'd love to hear from you, and feel free to join us in our amazing community and Discord server. That information is also down below there for you. So come join such a great community. All right. So first off, twice. Let me know which cookies you're hiring out. Actually, I'm just kind of curious about that. Let us know in the comments. Additionally, one thing that you're going to notice here before I get into it that I wanted to point out, I actually have a level 80 Mystic Flower and a level 90. Interesting, right? So that's one fast tip or trick. If you put your cookie up for hire already, it will keep those pieces regardless if you make changes like I did to mine already. So I think that is important to understand as you do that, because maybe you then want to remove your cookie later. So a couple things there. Now, what does it mean about hire out your cookie? Well, first and foremost here, cookies for hire. First, you got to clear Crispy 113. So very, very important there. I get a lot of questions from newer players on these kinds of things. Get by 113 and then tap on cookies to unlock cookies for hire. You can see that just like this. Cookies down here, hire out is going to get you there. So hire out your cookie. Perfect. Additionally here, hiring out cookies. Register your cookies to be hired out. You can register all cookies used in battle. You can register up to one cookie. You can equip toppings and biscuits when registering a cookie. The settings will be shown when another player hires your cookie. We'll show that in a little bit. The cookie's level and skill level will also be shown. Passive effects from Landmark, Sugar Gnome Laboratory, and Kingdom will not be applied. Effects from the Hall of Ancient Heroes are applied when registering, with the exception of effects from the Statue of Hero Radiance. So if you're putting a cookie in the Hall of Heroes, you're going to get to that level if you need it, so that does help, but everything else does not help in terms of the additional buffs for your cookies. Now, registration, cooldown, and cancellation. Re-registering a cookie for hire will apply a cooldown. Canceling a cookie for hire will apply a cooldown. Changing or canceling a cookie for hire can exclude them from the weekly popular rankings. Changing or canceling a cookie will not exclude them from popular hire rankings. You can get weekly rewards for cookies hired out. Weekly rewards are delivered via the in-game mailbox for accounts that have logged in from Monday midnight to Sunday. There you go. Weekly rewards are also refreshed on Mondays at midnight. We have popularity ranking here. These rankings are determined by a number of times each cookie has been hired. Their rankings are seasons based, and they will reset on season ends. There are no separate rewards for appearing in the popularity ranking. The rankings can change depending on the time when the cookie is registered. Number of times hired, you can see the number of cookies, your times your cookie has been hired. Number does not reset and will grow over time. Nice. Well, I have not been hired yet, so what are you doing out there? Anyway, we got some other kind of interesting tips and tricks on top of this that we'll talk about here in a second. If you see, I can go ahead and do I wish to remove. There we go. Now we're out of bounds for our cookies. Let's go ahead and grab the brand new candy apple. There we go. Hire out, my friends. Candy apples time. Here is what you can see and how this is going to work. We got lots of damage resist bypass on this. Sure, why not? If you've already seen my guide, you can check that out here on Candy Apple. However, I just want to show that quickly. You can also see if they're using resonant toppings. You can see the biscuits if they are focused on the elementals, all that kind of stuff as well. So I think that's pretty interesting to know. All right. So we went through, we showed that, we got the cooldown here. We'll be able to switch those things out. When it comes to the weekly reward right there, you can see 10 jumpers. The time jumper is the central part. I got a lot of them. Additionally, here are the rankings. So you can see ranking, player info, cookie, and times hired. This person, Duke KL. Good for you. Good for you, all of you up here. Amazing. Mine is not like that. Sorry, sad day. Anyway, we might wrench yours out one of these days, however, not right now. So important to see that. You can already see the rankings, those kinds of things as well, and the popularity from that perspective. Excuse me. So this is kind of the main spot where you can operate from. So the second piece though is this. Certainly when you go into your run, let's go ahead into world exploration. If you haven't already, I've also given the guide that you can check out here on getting by episode 7 all the way to 710 here on hard mode. That's right. So check that out. A couple things that you can do, and it's great when we do these guides now, because what you're going to do is you can go to edit, and many of you might not have one of these cookies. I'm going to start saying hire cookie, my friends, please. That might help you get through. Anyway, new way to think about it, and keep that in mind. Regardless though, what does that mean? Here, you can go to hire cookie here. What you're going to do is, again, you can see Duke's cookie, the highest popular cookie. You can use them once. You get 5 hires for each day. So when you go to hire cookie, again, it's going to give you all this, a lot of the interesting stuff here as well. Now, here's what's important on this side. Use cookies for hire to borrow cookies from players and use them in the world exploration or boss rush. Here, clear crispy at 113, again, to unlock cookies for hiring. Hiring cookies, you can access the cookies for hire in team setup. Tap on hire cookie and select the cookie you want to hire. This will create a hired team. When you can use hired cookies, tap on the hired cookies portrait to place it or remove it from the team. Hire boards. There are different kinds of boards for hiring cookies: weekly, popular, social, recommended, and kingdom. There is a shared hiring limit for all boards and individual limits for each cookie for hire. This limit resets at midnight. Weekly popularity, hire cookies who are the most hired during the week, and the list of the weekly popular cookies, like we said, is refreshed. Social, hire cookies hired out by friends or guildmates. So we'll come back to this in a second. Recommended, hire cookies who are recommended randomly with certain requirements. Requirement 1, requirement 2. Kingdom, these are preset cookies who do not belong to any players. Newly released cookies can appear in this category. So they're already giving you access to some of those cookies right away. And then hired cookies don't gain experience. Time jumpers are not applied for hired cookies. Hired cookies can only be used in hired teams. If the hired team disappears, hired cookies need to be placed in the team again. You can check the cookie stats, excluding buffs from the cookie kingdom and landmarks in the hired cookie pop-up. And then the selected cookie stats may change when placed in the team. You cannot use hired cookies in world exploration or battles that need required cookies. So here's the other piece of that, my friends. Right here, you can see all those pieces. We got weekly popular. Here's our socials. So these are my friends and guild mates. So keep that in mind. Very, very good. And then additionally here, my friends, we have recommended. So these are some of the other ones that are recommended to us. You can also use the filters here if you're looking for something specific. Biscuits, awaken, those kinds of things as well. And then also the kingdom cookies, like they said. So here's a little bit difference, a little bit lower power in terms of those pieces, not ascended, but once again, new candy apple you can get access to. There you go, new shadow milk jester right there as well. So very, very important to understand those things, my friends. Now, a couple other ideas here that I think are very important. So I would create one team where you can run a hired cookie team, just like they talked about in terms of switching and flopping those things out if you need to, and huge again for each of these different pieces. Additionally, my friends, in the hire cookie space, some of the things that you can do is definitely focus on your socials. So focus on your friend group and definitely focus on your guild group. So this is something new. I think it's very important to do this. You're essentially patting each other's back and getting a lot of hired cookies. Maybe you'll even get better than me and get one hire out right there, my friends, but I still don't have it. So any of you that are in my guild and on my friends list, please take candy apple off my hands. All right, maybe we'll get one. With that, my friends, that is today's episode here. We broke down everything that you need to know about the new hire out. We got the hire out your cookie. And additionally, we did go through and walk through the hire cookie as well, so that you can see exactly what that's going to do. Break it down. Many of you, once again, has asked me particularly about socials and everything else. And this is the way that we're going to communicate it, is through today's episode and video. So with that, my friends, thank you so much for your support. As always, if you do get a question, if you get a comment, do let me know. I'd love to hear from you as always, and would love to see you in our amazing community Discord server. Like I said at the beginning, let us know what cookie you're hiring out. Would love to know. Additionally, my friends, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community. Thank you so much to our members. We do have memberships available to you. They come with emotes, icons, and a bunch of other things. Something there for everyone. Additionally, don't forget my affiliate links and our swag and merch store, my friends. Thank you for all that additional support. Don't forget socials either. At me, chat me, stay connected, my friends, because I love to hear from you. And like I said, what you say, I make videos, right? That's what happens. Regardless, with that, we'll see you again soon. Hire some cookies, my friends, because it's pretty fun, and put yours up for hire, and maybe you'll get better than 0 like me. Regardless, we'll see you again soon. Until next time, my friends, as always, keep on running.